It's the week of early muzzleloader season. Getting a lot of activity on our food plots. Our food plots look a lot better. We don't have a severe drought this year, so y'all come check them out. This is a little place we call White Oak Ridge. We have been getting a lot of pictures of a buck that we call picket fence. I think he's a 4.5-year-old. He's a 6x6. He's an absolute stud. He is on the no-hit list this year, and man, he's got a chance to be a true giant. If he makes it through this season and the neighbors don't get him, he's got a chance to be a true giant. I'm gonna take a little walk around here and see if we can see any scrapes. There's been several bucks up here, but he's the main one. I'm working this licking of them working on a branch right here, but I don't see anything. I don't see anything. That's what I'm talking about. Last year this field, it was so dry we couldn't even plant it till October, and all we planted was wheat. And this year we were able to get our fall food plot mixture, which is oats and wheat, and it's got turnips and it's got brassicas in it. We were able to get it out. It's got a little clover, and it looks phenomenal right now. Absolutely phenomenal. Next year, we've got a Johnson grass right here, which is actually serving a pretty good purpose right now as a screen, as a buffer coming into this food plot. But we've planted warm season native grasses in most of this field, and those warm season native grasses, we'll show you some in a minute, but they're about that tall right now. But those will actually choke that Johnson grass out. I'm not really concerned about the Johnson grass stand. It just came in this summer after we drilled the warm season native grasses. But next year, it's going to look totally different. So when we designed this bottom field and what we did, we basically created one large destination food plot, which we are standing in, and it is roughly 6 acres in size. We put in a water hole, and look at all of the deer tracks around the edge of this water hole. Don't tell me it don't get used. This is a real simple thing to do. It doesn't take much. It can be done in 3 or 4 hours. You don't have to bury a stock tank, anything. This is in a very flat bottom field, and it's still holding water, and it will most of the year. Excellent source of water next to a food plot. The different food plots, there's one to our right, there's one here, and there's one at the far end. It's just like a spoke in a wheel. This large food plot is the hub, and then it goes out to different various food plots. And this food plot will not get hunted much. We want this to be a safe place that deer can come and not get a ton of pressure, and we'll hunt those smaller food plots along the outer perimeter of the spoken hub effect. Really, really cool. Got warm season native grasses planted everywhere there's not a food plot. So it will provide a lot of cover. It will provide screening, getting out of these places to hunt. It will provide fawning cover, bedding cover, nesting for turkeys, a ton of things. So super, super excited about what we did here. This is a good example of the warm season native grasses that we're looking at. These bunch grasses here that you're seeing, where they're in bunches at the bottom, that is the warm season native grasses, and they were just planted this summer, not too long ago. So You can see the stand here. We don't have a lot of Johnson grass that's overtaking it, but this will choke out that Johnson grass come next year. You'll still have some Johnson grass, but not near as much as we had this year. But this early, and you're going to get a lot of early successional growth in this as well. You'll get, you know, a lot of things that deer like to eat, but the warm season native grasses will supply a lot of turkey nesting. They'll supply a lot of fawning cover, bedding cover, and again, it works to where we can get in and out of blinds and use it as screening to get it in and out without being seen. So super pumped. Having all this additional cover right next to food and water, we should have more daylight encounters with mature bucks. That is one of the goals that we're trying to hit. My good friend Doug, he actually killed the buck in this plot last year. And last year there was, again, dry. We didn't even get to plant until October, so there was hardly anything in this food plot. And we had a lot of buck activity. Got a lot of buck activity again this year, but you can see the drastic difference in the quality of the food plot this year versus last year. So this should be piled full of deer, you know, in the evening time and early mornings. So it's going to be exciting. And the food plots look great. We've had great weather. We're getting ready for early muzzleloader season. We're hoping to get some of these good young bucks and some of the on film this weekend, and we're going to hammer some does. It's time to put the recorder, turn it loose, and get rid of some of these does.